this whole project came about because Greg Little, this was his brainchild. He had the passion to tell this story, and then the team expanded from Greg. So Greg Little, our executive producer, really was like number one on the chain here. And when he brought the guys on, they had been shooting for over 2 years before I met the team. And like Nelson said, they had amassed so much footage. I mean, we're talking hundreds, if not thousands of hours of footage. And we're really smuggling hard drives out. I mean, just that story alone, which I'll let Nelson talk about, but that blew my mind. I thought, okay, this is a very resilient group. These are guys who have managed to pull off getting some really intimate footage out of Venezuela. And I had worked with Greg prior. So it became clear that the guys, I call them the guys, that's the direct, Max and Nelson. And by the way, there's really 5 producers. Like Greg Little is our exec producer, but Marcus Cheek was one of the original producers and partners with Max and Nelson in Vitamin Production. So the 3 of them were really the engine room of this movie from the beginning. I just sort of came in when it became clear that there was, first of all, how do I explain this? I think we all just had complementary skill sets. We all had, a very different set of producer skills. And my background is delivering to networks and making a film, legally viable to a buyer. Also, putting creative teams together that can make sense of very complex footage. So, helping the guys to interview, we had to have a Spanish speaking editor. So, I was able to help put that team together. And I have an archival background. So when there were holes in the story where the guys, were following a certain trajectory with footage, and just due to the dangerous circumstances, couldn't fill certain gaps, we had to fill that with archival footage. So I think that's what I was able to bring to the table and help get everybody organized and get all the legal and background paperwork, kind of make the film a viable product in the end. But the guys really drove the story and the creative and the visual and the tone and the feel was all really, Max and Nelson. And Marcus actually took, had a large part of editing early on as well. So everyone was taking stabs at this like massive ball of clay and they were just chipping away at it over time. And when I came on, I think we just said, okay, we have to let's decide who our main people are. And I also think if I can add that, there are so many strong women in this film, and me being the only female producer on the project, I tried to be their voice as well, and kind of maybe make some assertions in the editing room. And Nelson could attest to this, like, hey, we really want more of. I think we need more of Liliana. I think we need more Federica. We need, to hear these strong women voices in this film because they really, I mean, they're amazing individuals. They're, not only great activists and human rights advocates, but they, through it all, they were actually victims as well. So I just thought that they brought so much, like a whole other layer to the film.